Did it work? Yeah. Ah, we're gonna give this a go. One of the many things that I like about the way that I've oriented my life, mind, body, emotions, spirit, soul, and all that, is that the intuition really kicks in. And the intuition's really subtle, but helpful. And it can just come in little spurts, little bits. This is a silly example, but it brings forth what it is that we're talking about here, which is developing the intuition and actually listening to it. So, getting some croissants at Lidl, Lidl. If there's one near you, I would highly recommend croissants at Lidl. So, they made them really fresh, and I was grabbing one, and I felt it. I felt that it was super fresh, made that day, and I got a little excited. So I was like, okay, I usually get two, but oh, these are so good, so fresh. I could get three or more. I could eat three today. I could save more for later. And then this tiny little voice said, enjoyment with restraint. And it was very subtle, very quiet. And I listened to it. And I was like, holy crap. That's so true. And it's a symbol of balance. Where if we get a little too disciplined, then you start to lose the fun, the enjoyment of life. And then vice versa. If you try to do all the fun things all the time, and you don't have any discipline or any restraint, then things just start to become a blur. And then you lose the enjoyment anyway. Done deal. So, that concept, enjoyment with restraint, because we need both. So, I suppose this talk in general will be about that specifically, and intuition abroad. Because I've experienced just doing the roller coaster of being hardcore with the discipline, and then burning out, and then being hardcore with the enjoyment, and just becoming a kind of hedonistic, amorphous sort of thing. Neither are beneficial. Enjoyment with restraint. I don't think that most people have much of trouble enjoying themselves, unless it's a situation where you're looking for things too often. Entertainment, food, social outings, just quick, buzzy things too often. And then restraint is needed. But restraint, I think, deserves a little bit more attention, because it goes with this concept of Shakti. Shakti. You don't have to look too far into that, or at all. But it's this concept that knowing where your limits are and actually listening to it, so this ties in with intuition too. Knowing where your limits are and actually listening to it. Knowing when enough is enough and listening to that. Listening to yourself, your soul. Knowing when this certain thing is right and listening. Knowing when this certain thing is wrong and listening. Knowing when it's time to leave and listening. Knowing when it's time to, or that it's high time, that it's a necessity for you to stay a little bit longer. And you're listening to that. So restraint actually plays a much larger role than people may realize. It's fascinating. Oh, such is life. Fascinating. Too much enjoyment sucks. Too much restraint and discipline and regimenting sucks as well. So, I suppose I'm bringing forth the opportunity for you to balance that, and, in a more subtle sense, the fact that we all have an intuition. Maybe it's high time for you, for us, to give it more credence. And not only that, but to normalize it. It's here, it's playing out. Other things, environmentally or internally, may be louder, but the intuition is here, and I don't know if I would say it's always talking, but it's talking. It's emoting, it's messaging. Alright, let's do a respect, pay our respects, and then we'll call it. Obviously, respect to nature, to life, to the fact that we're even alive, the fact that you're alive, the fact that life is happening and we've survived, the fact that we've started our day, and whatever had happened yesterday or the days before, months before, years before, we get another chance. Every day's another chance. Every moment's another chance. Get a second wind, third wind, fourth wind. Boom, boom, boom. Change our neural pathways. Become more neuroplastic. That's been a huge, huge aim and focus of mine, to remain neuroplastic. One of the many reasons I love working with kids. Remaining neuroplastic. We always get another chance. We always get second wins. And that's just a reminder. Much love, care, and respect to you and to all that's going on in your life, and much care and respect to the forces that are keeping us here, keeping us alive, and much respect to the forces with intention that will collaborate to make this life better, even better. Right? Alright. Off to other things. Catch you later.